Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our webinar on tailoring QuoteWerks to your industry, to your business, and maximizing efficiency and relevance. I'm Tim Wilmot, and I'll be your guide through today's session, which is ideal for anyone looking for a new sales quote solution or wants to know more about how you can tweak QuoteWerks for your needs. Or maybe you've seen QuoteWerks some time ago and you just need a bit of a refresher on the key takeaways of this lovely application. So the next half an hour or so, I'll focus on the top level things you can do, you can change in QuoteWerks to make it work better for you and your organization. And then namely, quote layouts. How does your quote look when it goes to your customer? Quote templates, commonly quoted for items. And the big one really is your products and services and the way that you go about pricing those to your customers. We'll also have a question and answer session at the end, so please feel free to put or submit your questions as I go through my presentation using the question section on your meeting control panel. So hello again, I'm Tim Wilmot, as I said. Thanks for joining me for this presentation. I'm showing you the key features of QuoteWerks and how you can speed up that quote creation and also customize it to your particular industry type. Now, it's not going to be an in-depth demo of all of the capabilities of QuoteWerks. It's a mature product. There's a lot in it, all right? There's a lot of things it can do as regards the whole quote process. So I wouldn't have enough time on this session to go through all of the ins and outs of QuoteWerks. And obviously, every business goes about their sales quote process in subtly different ways. Even organizations in the same market sector will have different ways of doing quotes, layouts, and so on, and process. So if after this call, you would like a deeper dive into QuoteWerks and have more of a one-to-one session with us where we can go through all of your requirements and needs, then please contact any of us at Wiz Assistants. We'd be happy to organize that for you. Brief mention about Wiz Systems. We're a long-standing organization providing mainly simple, affordable, easy-to-use tools to help generally small and mid-sized businesses improve and how they go about their selling, their marketing, and their customer support. So we supply a range of CRM solutions, including QuoteWerks, which we've been associated with. We're a partner, a reseller of QuoteWerks. So QuoteWerks is the actual application and the name of the company. They're the authors of it based in the States. We are their reseller partner operating mainly in the European space. And we provide any kind of service around QuoteWerks. We provide the product, upgrades, implementation, training. Training can be at your place or our place or online, and all the ongoing support as well. So if you have any query on using QuoteWerks, we've got a permanent man help desk here to help you and get the most out of the system. All right, so what is QuoteWerks in a nutshell? Well, of course, as the name suggests, a great tool for creating nice looking sales quotes, improving the sales quote process, quickening up the sales quote process, but also it can create orders and invoices and does have some very nice integrations with accounting applications like Sage and QuickBooks and Xero. It will also integrate to many leading CRM and content management systems. There's nearly 20 different applications it can link to where you're storing your client's information, and you would then launch quote. We'll show that to you shortly. You then launch your quote from the CRM application. It's nice links. It's a nice two-way link as well. So as you do your quote, that quote is saved against the client record in the CRM tool. And that's where, obviously in your CRM, that's where you're doing your client interactions and your sales forecasting as well, opportunity management. So you can always have that visibility of the sales quotes relating to that client from within a number of different CRMs. At the heart of QuoteWerks is a customizable product database. You can import products if you've got data in Excel or some other database format, or maybe suppliers give you regular price updates. You can easily import that into QuoteWerks and you can customize that database. I will show that to you very shortly. You can customize that database and the products and services to get it to track the information that you want, the information that's going to go on your sales quotation that the customer is looking for. So really customizable product database. Another big area of customization is the quote layout and the design of that quote layout. Really easy. There are a number of quote layouts that are provided with the product, but you can deliberately customize your own with your company logos and your font styles and line styles and shading and colors and all of the marketing material that might go with the quotes. Well, again, I'll show it to you very shortly. And quote delivery, we've got a nifty way of, once you've created the quote, of emailing that directly from the QuoteWerks application. And with the link back to your chosen CRM, you can see the history of that email going out. So a really nice way of delivering the quote. And you've also got email templates. Again, they can be customized in QuoteWerks. I'm not going to cover that today, but you've got customizable email templates. You can create a library of those different emails, different types of emails that you want to send out based on the quotation or sales situation. And finally, reporting. Again, very customizable, but if you're a manager, business owner, you will want to do reporting from the system, sales forecasting, product pricing analysis. There's lots of reports built into QuoteWerks and some nice dashboards as well, nice graphical visual dashboards that help you see what's going on. All right, let me dive into QuoteWerks proper, take you through a little demo of creating a quote, and then go through those top level customization features of QuoteWerks, the products that you're selling and the pricing of those and the information against those. Then also quote layouts. What does the quote look like when it goes to your customer normally in that PDF format? That's what QuoteWerks will do for you. And finally, quote templates, commonly quoted for items or groups of products. All right, let me go into this is Goldmine CRM, but it will work with a number of leading different CRMs. And the whole idea is that you launch your quote from a customer record. So this is Goldmine, a client record. I can launch that quote directly from there. This brings up the QuoteWerks application proper. It's a Windows application. It's installed on your server. There's a one-off cost for QuoteWerks. It's not a subscription. You put on your server. But it looks like Windows. It's got that sort of familiar look and feel. At the heart of QuoteWerks is one or many product databases. So if I click on products here, that toolbar on the top, that then launches a new window. This is my product window where I can visually see and select the products for this quotation. Down the left-hand side, we've got a very nice visual sort of tree of all of those different products and services. I can click on those and browse through those folders. At the top on this side of the window, at the top of this window, I can search for products based on some part of the description or some other key information. But let me take you through a little bit more detail on what we're tracking in QuoteWerks, and all this can be customized by you very easily as well. So I've just clicked on a folder called baking. We've got a baking product here. Let me just edit this item and just show you what I mean. So little window here, tracking all the information, tabs across the top, all the information about this product. On the general tab, this is where we've got the part number. You can have that as whatever you want, so some kind of unique part number. We've got a massive description as well about this product, all right? So we can customize that as well. We've got different ways of pricing that product. We've got the cost price of the product. We've got the selling price of the product, so you can work out your margins. But as regards to the selling price, by default, when anyone selects this product to go on a quote, what's going to be the default price that goes on that quote? This can always be overwritten by the user. They can manually, if you want to, they can manually change that price or use some other mechanism for calculating the price, maybe based on cost, maybe based on the margin that you want to make. So a number of different ways of customizing the selling price. But by default, that's the price that's going to go in. We also support multiple currencies as well. So there's a concept of your currency, whatever country or location you're in, might be pound sterling, but also you can price your products in an alternate currency, dollars, euros, or whatever. On the advanced tab here, this is where we can link to other information, other detailed information about this product or service. And this too might appear on the quotation that goes to the customer. Right at the top there, we can include a spec sheet that goes out with the product. So we can actually see what that PDF is going to be, and that can be automatically emailed to the customer when a user selects that product. So the user doesn't need to think, oh, what's the right leaflet, what's the right brochure to go with this quotation if I select this product. You've also got an item URL here. Do you have a page on your website that's got more information about this product? You can be directing more traffic to your website. If on your website you've got some tracking tools, then you can navigate and track that person's visit. Once you send them the quote, that person's visit to your site and other products they might look at. So that can be quite useful as well. We've got, talking about customization, we've got a custom tab there. In your business, in your industry, is there specific information that you need to share with a customer or track internally? Typically, it might be technical information, weight, other technical specs, perhaps power rating, or whatever it might be in your particular business. So all of these fields here, you can easily customize these to track whatever information you want, text, numeric, date information as well. We've got some custom note fields as well in a similar way. These big boxes there, they could contain more sort of text information about that product or service. That too can go on the quote if you want it to. We've got a picture of the product. So do you want to, is it important for you to share some image with the client of what that product looks like, colors or shapes or whatever it might be? So you can associate a picture or image with the product, and that too can go on the quotation. In a similar way, video, we've got ways of sharing videos. You've got a YouTube video of that product in operation. Then finally, a couple of other things, required items. So when you select this product for a quotation, should other things also be included on the quote? You're taking the guessing work away from the user. You're making sure that all of the sort of mandatory items, all the other associated items are included with that sales quotation. And in a sort of similar way, optional items. So, for example, you go to many e-commerce websites and you select one product, and then the site will suggest other optional things for you. This is the same thing in QuoteWerks. You select that product. Maybe there's other things that could go with it. There might be options that you want to allow your customer to select. So really simple way of tracking and customizing all of the information. All of these labels here can be customized by you, and that custom tab there, great way of tweaking it very easily, very quickly to track the information that you want to know about your product or service. Then to select it for the quote, we just double click on this. Up pops a little window if you want it to. Up pops a little window, just prompting the user for the quantity for this quote, confirming the price that's going on the quote. I can change that before the quote goes to the customer. We can be reminded about price history for this customer. Maybe we've done a special deal with them. Maybe somebody else previously has given them a cheaper price on this product. We can be reminded about that there. Anyway, we add that to the quote, and so on. You just repeat the process for other products, very simply double clicking them, and that will add them to the quote. This view here is for your eyes only. These columns here are not necessarily what will go on the quote to the customer. Again, you can customize these. Each user can customize these depending on their quotation role. There's loads and loads of columns going over to the right. I shan't bore you with showing all those columns, but you can customize those columns and the sequence of those columns in this sort of internal view. But there's one product selected. We can see the profit we're making on that. We then save the quote. We give the quote some kind of meaningful name. We can also, using the integrations with different CRMs, we can also trigger some creations of follow-up activities, a forecast sale for our pipeline reporting. That can be done from there, but simply clicking OK. Quotation is saved. On the top title bar of this window, we've got the quotation number there, 16418. And the next job is to then send it to the customer. So as standard, QuoteWerks will allow you to email directly from it or via the integration with Outlook, send the email to the customer. There are a number of different quotation layouts that you can define in the system. Right there, they all are there. You can preview them as well. Automatically, we can define for your business what other supporting information should go with this quotation. Terms and conditions, maybe warranty information, product return information, spec sheets, that product that I showed you earlier, that's got a little PDF spec sheet that's been included. As well. So you can choose your quotation layout there. You can preview it as well if you want to see that, do a little bit of a sanity check before you're emailing it to the customer. This is just an example of what a PDF quote will look like. And with all of the other, down the left-hand side there, all the other supporting information that's going along as well. So really easy to customize these PDF layouts. It's so easy with your logo, your colors, your contact details as well, terms and conditions that are on there. Very easy for you to tweak that to your particular industry type. So we just click on deliver there, and we can click on that email button. This is where we can also define a number of different emails that go to the client. We've got a little template drop down box there, so we can actually select any other different templates, a library of different email templates based on that sales quote situation. So there's my email created automatically. We're attaching the PDF as well. QuoteWerks has created that PDF for me automatically. I could attach some other PDFs if I really wanted to. I could CC other recipients, BCC other recipients, but click send, off it goes through QuoteWerks, as I say, directly from QuoteWerks to your email server, your email process, or your Outlook application. So that's a quick run through then of quotation layouts. So those layouts, by the way, they could be very short layout, very sort of small in size, or they could be multi-page proposals as well. We also have a link with Word. If you've got a more of a proposal type layout, then you can use the integration with Word to have a more extensive proposal type layout. Finally, then, I'd like to go through quotation templates. So if you, in your sales quotation process, have commonly quoted for items, you're regularly quoting for this bunch of items, or maybe you've got complex quotes where you think a customer might want loads and loads of items, but you want to then have the option of just removing some of those that may not be appropriate to that customer requirements for that configuration. So that's where quotation templates, not to be confused with quotation layouts. The layouts, the more the visual look, the PDF things that go out from quotes, but more the quick selection of these commonly quoted for items. So if I'm creating a new quote, I can create that from a template. Here's a library of my existing templates in this system. I can select one of those, and that will bring in, as you can see here, about 6 or 7 different items automatically for me. I could remove any of those just by selecting them and deleting them. I can drag and drop and move these around. I can then still go back to my products tab and add more products. But a quick way of selecting 6 items there And all I would do is then, again, save the quote once I'm happy, and then deliver the quote via email. So those are quotation templates. Those templates can contain information about products in the database. It could be manual products. You're defining the default selling price for all of those. But any of these products, if you want to allow your user to do that, they can discount them. They can change the price. They can change the description. They can tweak that and customize that quotation for that particular customer. That won't change the base information in quotes if they change the price or change the description. It's just changing it for this particular quotation. So there we are, a very quick run through of QuoteWerks, and just homing in on three key areas where we can customize it to the way your business, your operation works there as regards the products and services you're selling, and the quotation layouts as well, and also these quote templates. There are loads of other areas that you can customize in QuoteWerks. We've got bundles, we've got a product configurator, like a flowchart that takes you through a sequence of product selection choices to build up your solution for the client. We've got email templates, we've got reports, and other sort of workflow things that we can put in there. The way that it's also customized and linked to your chosen CRM, that can be customized also. So loads of other more minor things, but the top three are products, your pricing, your layouts, your PDF layouts, and those quotation templates as well. So if you've got any questions, those of you that are on here live, about anything I've been going on about, please pop that into the questions section or meeting control panel. I can see a couple of questions that come through. Mehmet is asking, we operate in multiple countries with different tax structures. Can QuoteWerks handle complex international pricing and tax calculations automatically? Yes, we've got the multi-currency support. You can also split QuoteWerks into different installations, so the taxing can be done differently for those. There's different ways of, depending on what country you're in, or whether you price the tax outside of your country location. But yes, there's ways of customizing those tax calculations and also your international pricing while maintaining your different foreign currencies. But you also might want to have separate price lists. You could have a UK price list. You could have a Euro price list if you want to. If you wanted to fix that kind of Euro price, you didn't want the exchange rate to come up with some kind of weird calculation based on a pound sterling price, if that's the way you work. So hopefully that answers your question, Mehmet. Right, Paul, how steep is the learning curve for customizing QuoteWerks? Will we need specialized IT support, or can our sales team make the most of these adjustments themselves? So QuoteWerks is generally very, very easy to customize. The labels, custom fields, also things like importing data as well, designing your quotation layout, creating those common quote templates. I would say with a little bit of instruction, you can do it yourself. You do not need specialized IT support or to be particularly IT savvy. You just need to be very familiar with your own sales quote process there. You do make the point of, can our sales team make the adjustments themselves? The other area that you can customize in QuoteWerks is the setup of your users. You can define each user what they can or can't do. Can they change a layout? Can they import data? Can they remove products? Can they change the description? And so on. So it's typical to have this kind of pecking order of users in your QuoteWerks system. And normally it would be an administrator. That's the terminology we use. The administrator would be the person that would that would be a nominated person within your team that would be the administrator, and they would be making the adjustments and doing the customization work, and then communicating that with the users, rather than everyone having the ability to customize things. It's like too many cooks in the kitchen sort of scenario. You don't want to do that. Yeah, so hopefully that answers your question, Paul. And another question from Mehmet: is it a subscription? No, with QuoteWerks, it's a one-off cost, and there are 3 different versions or editions of QuoteWerks. There's standard, the kind of basic edition that starts from, well, pound sterling, starts from £220, excluding VAT, talking about tax calculations, 220. But there are 2 other editions depending on your needs. There's professional and corporate. All right, and there may be some other add-ons and a little bit of training coaching you might want from us. But yes, it's not a subscription. There's a one-off cost for QuoteWerks. You own it. It will never expire. So it's a very cost-effective way, a very cost-effective sales quote solution there. Okay, I don't think there's any more questions coming through. So thank you very much, the 2 of you, for that. Well, thanks very much for those of you on here live for attending. I do appreciate that. Thanks very much for your interest in QuoteWerks. If you would like more of a one-to-one demo, then please contact us at Wizard Systems. Or it looks like there's another question that's just come in. Question from Ray: how does QuoteWerks handle customers' contacts? We often have a customer with multiple contacts in different locations, but we need to have them linked as one customer. That might be, to answer your question there, Ray, that might be the responsibility of the CRM solution, so that the CRM database that QuoteWerks can integrate with seamlessly, the CRM database will have records of your customers and the contacts within those customers. So you have a big company, there's multiple contacts you deal with that customer, maybe at different locations. That's the realm of the CRM tool that QuoteWerks can interface with to bring in, for this particular quote, the recipient of that quote. So hopefully that answers your question, Ray. Again, on a demo, we can show that to you. Yes, so thanks very much, those of you on here live. There's my contact details there, Tim Wilmot, tim@wizard-systems.com. Thanks very much. If you want that demo or more of a detailed chat about QuoteWerks, or indeed a CRM solution for your business, please give us a call. Thanks very much indeed. Bye-bye.